Hey guys, looks like we are up and ready to go. Welcome back to another Not Enough Thumbs live stream. I actually have a few movies to talk about today. I only fell asleep through the last third of one of these films. So as you can see, I am missing my partner in crime. She's off in Peru helping some people out there. So Um, we talked about a movie that we mentioned last week. It's called Getting Even with Dad from 1994. It's got Ted Danson. You may know him from Cheers, and also Macaulay Culkin, obviously from Home Alone. Christmas movie or not? Leave it in the comments. So this was a pretty good movie that was about Ted Danson happened to be a thief. That's what he did. He served his time, got out, and was about to go on another gig until his his son was left with him by it was another family member. I can't remember who it was. And so, a very honest kid. Seemed like he had a good head on his shoulders, and he would tell his dad that hey, this is not a good idea. So anyway, I really enjoyed the movie because it showed a lot of some bonding and growth between the two when they had not spent much time together at all. And he's just a young kid. If I were to guess, he was no more than 8 years old, probably at the oldest. So I would definitely classify this as a family movie. It's pretty great and entertaining overall. And I would probably rate it. Wow, IMDb gave it 4.9 stars. Um, I probably put it at a 7. It's not too bad. It was pretty funny. So okay, boy, I really wish I mentioned that there might be a special guest, but I was not able to um, get him over here. I guess he was a little too busy. I couldn't book him. He was off doing his his other podcast, Bananarama. So I couldn't. What can I say? He's pretty popular. Um, the next movie that we're going to talk about is On the Line, and it's got Mel Gibson. I don't know who the rest of the cast is. Um, he's the one that I'm familiar with. The setup is really good, and he is a shock jock. So you don't know what that is. He does a graveyard shift kind of program on the radio, and says shocking things. He'll say stuff that's offensive and just will be straight up with the callers that he's receiving calls from. And he receives a call from this anonymous caller that claims that Mel Gibson is responsible for his friend's death. The acting is pretty good here because you're drawn into this, and Mel Gibson especially, he's when he finds out that his family is being held hostage, um, you start to get concerned as a viewer, and you're wondering what he's going to do because you find out that this caller says that he's at his house, and like I said, they're hostages, and so he got Mel Gibson got the police over there, and the police are saying that nobody's over there. So then he's just really concerned, and um, the film did a really good job of just keeping keeping that up, that kind of momentum up with this um, situation where he doesn't have any control. He goes around the building of the radio station with a wireless headset with his producer, and they're trying to navigate the situation. This whole time he's on the phone with this anonymous caller. And then so it finally comes to a climax, and it's a good one. It's a well, what do you call it? I'm at a loss for words today, but the story took a turn. We'll just say that, and it's pretty funny, sort of. There was a hostage situation, so I'm not sure what can be funny about that, but I encourage you to watch this. The acting is really good. I don't know. I was pleasantly surprised by this film. I picked it when it was really late at night, and it kept me up. So it is called On the Line, like the telephone, from 2022. Guys, go get your blondies. See if there's a spatula or fork. Use the best tool. Okay, so next up is a movie from 2023 called The Exorcists. That's dirty.
What's your thing?
You can use those plates up there.
What's your thing?
Movies with fathers.
You trust The Exorcist?
The Exorcist has fathers because they're of the Catholic faith and they're called fathers. So it's a bit of a stretch. The production value of this film looks pretty good in the beginning. And there are a few exorcists that are getting called on. There's this nun making the rounds around the nation, around the world. I don't know where she's finding these other exorcists. And so they end up at this one place where this girl who is possessed by a demon, it's looking pretty bad. We've talked about the Pope's exorcist before, and that person was was being possessed, and it was just a bad deal. You look like a Jackson. That must make you look. What do you say? That must make you Frank Dux. These dukes. Oh, I put up your dukes, right? Who's Mr. Lin? Thanks for joining us, Grim. So we right now we are talking about a movie called The Exorcist, and obviously an exorcism needs to take place because this girl is she's out of control under the possession of this demon. And then I fall asleep probably 2/3 of the way through. As soon as they started showing the girl and her behavior, the writing started to go downhill from there, and the story was no longer compelling anymore. So I can't honestly rate this one. IMDb gave it 3.2 stars, if that says anything. Would I watch it for the sake of completion? Watch it to the end? No. So I would say this one definitely did not have enough thumbs. That was The Exorcist from 2023. So I guess the girl got the demon exorcised. Maybe, I have no idea. What I woke up to was Fireproof. This is a movie by the Kendrick brothers. They are known for Facing the Giants, Flywheel, Courageous, War Room, and boy, they did some other films. I can't remember the names of them, but they put out a number of films, and these are faith-based. Christian-based films, I'd say this is one of their better ones. It's about a couple. They've got no kids, and they're a young couple, and their marriage is struggling. And Kirk Cameron is the lead role here. He plays the husband, and I would have to say the dialogue between the husband and wife is written pretty well for this movie, and the way he verbally abused his wife was just really crushing. It's really weird to see Kirk Cameron play that kind of role. He's normally the good guy kind of role, but this one he was not. This is a really fantastic movie that plays out in often, I guess often, for not so great results. But this is the story of this couple going through, the roughest patch they'll ever face, and them coming out of it because they it started off with Kirk Cameron's character. He found God, as he would in a Christian film. And so one thing that he had trouble grasping was that he could not get respect from his wife at home, yet he thought that everybody else saw him as a good guy because he was a fireman saving lives, and he was selfless in that manner. But as one of his colleagues put it, he says, "You're willing to, risk your lives for all of these strangers, but you're going to let your marriage burn to the ground." Really compelling story. I highly encourage you guys to watch that one. It's called Fireproof. It's a great ending. There's a lot of lessons here, and it's fantastic. That one is from 2008. And so why is this in our father's film? As we learned with The Exorcist, there's fathers of the Catholic faith. So Rihanna did say I was going to, stretch things, and I'll take that liberty when I can. Yeah. Yeah.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, babies. So what was really interesting after I fell asleep to The Exorcist, it was weird that I was in the horror category, and then Fireproof came on. I don't know why. God knew that I needed to make sure that I watch movies to talk about later tonight. So maybe that's why. Anyway, Fireproof is a great movie. Oh crap! I guess that was the list. I would say so Fireproof is a movie that I had seen before, and the other interesting one is On the Line. Just kind of, it takes you for a fun ride, and there's a real stinger in that film that I don't want to give away because I think it's worth finding out about. What once you start watching the film, it's good. So I'm gonna keep watching some films here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick tonight, and then I was slacking with Friday faves. That one is going. Obviously, it's Sunday now. Hopefully, I'll be releasing that one soon. But I'm going to be just introducing, not like it needs an introduction, but just talking about the new Alien Romulus film that's supposed to be coming out in, I don't know if it's maybe August. So the video is going to kind of lead up to it and show the first Alien movie and the second Alien movie. Who cares about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? And then on to the Alien Romulus trailer. So I did say that Alien 3 is probably has a small following. of people that like it. I'm included in that. It's just a different setting. The story is pretty good. Alien 4 Resurrection should not have been made. And then Prometheus was a good introduction to the beginnings of where these aliens could have possibly come from. Covenant was weird. What's his name? David, the android guy, played by Stelios. What is his name? What's his name? He played Stelios in 300. He also played. Oh my goodness. Anyway, he's the android in Covenant, and it's just a weird film. Not as weird as Resurrection, but it's weird. So it's nice to see that Ridley Scott has his hands in Romulus. So I am really looking forward to seeing that movie. Huh?
I said bye.
All right. So, Grim, looks like it was just you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and hope to be keeping up with these productions later this week with Tuesday's release. Not sure what I'm going to watch with that one yet, and then more Friday faves, and hopefully some more short film reactions. I might be able to book our special guest again. We'll see. All right. So thank you for joining us this week, and hope you guys have a good start to your week tomorrow, and I'll catch you next time. And per tradition, end stream. She hates it when I do this.
Banana
And
Ramble.